Retirement is a financial number, not an age, and there is no law requiring you to work until the age of 65. This is a myth. We've spoken with a number of people who are on their way out of the workforce. However, a new generation of workers are attempting to take early retirement to the next level. As part of the F.I.R.E movement, they're on a mission to pave a new path to retirement. They believe they will be able to retire in their 30s or 40s. You read that correctly. But how exactly? Is it possible to retire at the age of 45? Or how about 35? Let's take a closer look at the F.I.R.E movement to see if it's right for you. Before we get started, hello and welcome back to Be Financially Independent. If you are new here, please subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to be notified of every upload. What exactly is the F.I.R.E movement? F.I.R.E is an acronym that stands for Financial Independence, Retire Early. The goal is to aggressively save and invest so that you can retire in your 30s or 40s. How do they do it? To save that much money for investing, people on F.I.R.E are constantly looking for two things: ways to reduce their expenses and ways to increase their income. The general idea is that the higher your income and the lower your expenses, the sooner you will achieve financial independence. Consider the intensity of a gazelle, except that the gazelle is literally on fire. For those involved in the F.I.R.E movement, financial independence does not simply imply sitting on a tropical beach or playing golf all day. It entails getting to the point where you no longer need to work a full-time job if you don't want to. You have the option of working part-time or not working at all. Consider this. You have a choice. F.I.R.E goals are classified into three types: Fat F.I.R.E, Lean F.I.R.E, and Barista F.I.R.E. Fat F.I.R.E is defined as the ability to retire while maintaining your current standard of living. This necessitates the use of the most aggressive saving and investment strategies. The opposite is Lean F.I.R.E, which means living a minimalist lifestyle to keep retirement expenses to a bare minimum. Individuals pursuing Lean F.I.R.E aim to live on, say, $25,000 per year. Barista F.I.R.E exists somewhere between the two extremes. In this scenario, an early retiree intends to live a more than minimalist lifestyle in retirement, which he or she intends to fund through a combination of savings and part-time or gig work. A spouse who still works and provides health benefits is also advantageous in this early retirement scenario. What the F.I.R.E movement can teach us. We have mixed feelings about the F.I.R.E movement, but we completely support the focus and determination these people have in achieving their retirement goals. And no matter where you are in your financial journey, the F.I.R.E movement can teach us all some important lessons. Number 1. Begin daydreaming about and planning for retirement. The best thing about the F.I.R.E movement is getting younger workers to think about retirement, which is especially important given that less than half, 41% of Americans, have attempted to figure out their retirement savings needs. This is like aiming for a target while wearing a blindfold. Instead, you can define your ideal retirement and devise a strategy to get there. Number 2. Look for ways to reduce your expenses. These F.I.R.E supporters examine where their money is being spent. Then they identify their wants and needs and eliminate any spending that does not make sense for them. Next, they create and stick to a budget. Saving a few dollars here and there adds up quickly, and doing this will enable you to make significant progress towards your objectives. Number 3, look for ways to increase your earnings. There's no getting around it. If you want to retire early, really early, you must be creative in searching for additional income. Perhaps you're on a path that will lead to a six-figure salary, or perhaps you have a side hustle that turns into a small business on nights and weekends. It could mean working as a pizza delivery driver for a while, or saving up to buy a rental property. Whatever that entails for you, the extra income will play a significant role in allowing you to step away from the workforce and enjoy an early retirement. Number 4, prioritize saving and investing. You must save and invest if you want to retire early. It has no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's why members of the F.I.R.E movement are so adamant about devoting a sizable portion of their income to their retirement. Maybe saving 50% seems like too much for you right now, and that's fine, but we must all begin somewhere. That is why, after you have paid off all of your consumer debt and saved up to 3 to 6 months of expenses in a fully funded emergency fund, we recommend that you begin investing 15% of your income into retirement savings. The key is to establish a monthly routine of saving and investing. When you do this, time and compound interest work in your favor rather than against you. Hey there, pal! We hope you are enjoying this video so far. If you do, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up and feel free to share your thoughts in the comments down below. The FIRE movement is a fantastic idea, as explained in why the FIRE movement may not be for everyone. The first major impediment to joining the FIRE movement is a large income. No matter how much you cut back on your lifestyle, it will take a large income, probably in the six-figure range, to be able to save enough to retire before your 40th birthday. But that shouldn't deter you from accumulating wealth. Anyone can do it. We discovered that 1/3 of millionaires never had a six-figure household income in a single year in our study of millionaires. We also discovered that the average millionaire worked, saved, and invested for 28 years before reaching the $1 million mark. Don't play with credit cards. You'll get burned. Aside from money, there are a few other issues with the FIRE movement that we want to address head on. Many FIRE supporters promote using credit cards to earn points and rewards. What do you mean? Americans have an average debt balance of $26,621, ranging from student loans to credit cards. Listen, it's difficult to save and invest when nearly a third of your income is spent on debt repayment. That is not a formula for financial success, so don't play with credit cards. Seriously, it's not only easier to swipe that plastic without thinking, but there's research to back it up. According to EveryDollar survey of American finances, 90% of people say they spend more using a credit card or debit card than with cash. You might be thinking, but I always pay my credit card bill on time. That may work for a while, but you're still not beating the system. It only takes one missed payment or one major emergency to force you to bite off more than you can chew, and you'll be in big trouble. There's a reason why Americans owe $820 billion on credit cards. When you play with FIRE, well, you can imagine what happens. Just a friendly nudge, don't play FIRE just to get away from a job you despise. If you despise your job, you might be drawn to the FIRE movement. After all, only 31% of American workers report being engaged at work. So it's no surprise that an increasing number of young workers fantasize about quitting their jobs. But there's a bigger problem lurking beneath the surface, and FIRE won't solve it. You don't need FIRE if you despise your job. What you truly require is a new career path. Ramsey Characteristics Ken Coleman refers to this as finding your sweet spot. That is the point at which your greatest talents and passions collide. Even fans of FIRE will tell you that. If your only goal is to retire early so you don't have to go to work on Monday, you'll be very disappointed. Life is too short to waste decades or even a single year doing something you despise. Overall, there are many moving parts involved in successfully retiring early, but it is possible. And the best way to make your dream a reality is to work with a reputable financial advisor or investment professional who can assist you in getting there. With us here on the channel, we'll introduce you to up to several trusted investment professionals who are safe and worth a shot. What's the best part? It's completely free. Find your financial expert today, and they will assist you in the beginning to plan your ideal retirement. That's all for today's video. To learn more, subscribe and turn on notifications to be notified of each upload. This is Be Financially Independent, and we'll see you in our next video.